Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Guys, this video is in reference to a comment I received from, I'm not going to say the person's full YouTube name, but he's from a pest control company, and he was speaking of diatomaceous earth and saying to order Crossfire instead of DE because of it being harmful to your lungs, and said if you want silicosis, DE is the perfect solution. Now, my response to that, and I did respond in the comment as well, not going to say what video it came from, is every day we are using products, whatever type of products, whether it's a cosmetic, whether it's a cleaning solution, whatever. We're using things every single day that could be harmful in some kind of way. Even when we're taking medication that's prescribed by our doctors, how many medications do we get that don't have side effects? None. There are even medications out here that have side effects that say may cause death, and people still take it. So this person is speaking of diatomaceous earth and breathing in the powder, and saying if you want some type of lung disease, then be his guest. I appreciate the concern, but the sarcasm part, nope, don't appreciate it at all. But for some, in this life that we're living, we don't have choices. We don't have choices as people to choose whether we want something non-harmful, because almost everything we consume, ingest, be around, or whatever has some type of hazard to our health. Even the food that we eat right now today. Diatomaceous earth can be harmful to your lungs if you breathe it in. If you just have a whole dust of powder, you're just standing there breathing it in. Yes, it can. That's why you have to use caution when you use it, just as almost as well as anything else. The pest control people, even Crossfire, all this stuff have chemicals in it that's not safe. It's all toxic. But does that mean diatomaceous earth is more toxic than anything else? As I stated before, I used to drink it. I brush my teeth with it still sometimes, and I'm fine. I've put it down in my house, and long as you let the dust settle. A lot of times in the beginning when people use diatomaceous earth, they do have this big cloud of dust. And I remember when we put it down for the very first time in my youngest son's room, he coughed like crazy, and I just told him to leave out the room, and I finished it. But that's just like regular house dust. If you cleaning up something and you shake a carpet out, or something that's been sitting for a long time and have dust, and you just shake it in a room with a closed door, or somewhere where there's not a lot of ventilation, you're going to be coughing like crazy, and the dust is going to irritate you. You might even have to go to the hospital in some cases if it gets too deep into your lungs, especially for those that have respiratory issues like me and my family, asthmatics. And that was 2018 when we had bed bugs. This is 2023, and we're just fine. So it never ceases to amaze me how when people see something working, they try to shut it down or shun it. I mean, diatomaceous earth work, Crossfire work, Simexa work, alcohol work, and there may be some other things that work. But instead of trying to stop people from doing things that's going to help them, why don't you just give advice on the way to use it and how it can help? That's why you have respiratory masks and different masks, because if a person don't know how to use something, you go in and protect yourself with it. But that don't mean you shouldn't take it. I mean, you shouldn't use it, because it works. And how many cases of death or anything have you ever heard diatomaceous do? Or that came from using diatomaceous earth? People might have said it irritated their lungs, but okay, so does dust, like I said. And And diatomaceous earth, the effects of it just last way longer than anything else. But I would never tell someone not to use Crossfire, not to use Sifter, not to use alcohol. I wouldn't tell no one not to use any of that stuff because all of it works. But it works in different ways. Like Crossfire works, but it doesn't work for a long period of time. And you have to really know where these bugs are to use Crossfire. If you just go around and just start spraying and stuff and have no idea where the bugs are, you're gonna waste a ton of money. Diatomaceous earth, you can put this powder down, let it settle and leave it alone, and it will kill for a long time. It will kill for a long period of time. And you don't have to keep going over it every week, every 2 weeks, a month. You can leave it down. Once you know you got rid of the problem, you can leave it down and keep it moving. You can leave it down for 6 months. Like in the beginning, you might just want to leave it down for a month because you want to vacuum up any dead bugs and things, but yeah. So it just kind of make me kind of, it puts me in a way when people start saying certain things. So diatomaceous earth is no harmful, I don't think, to people if you use it the correct way than almost any of these other bug control pesticides or whatever. A lot of stuff they say has not been tested by the FDA and things like that. A lot of things have been tested by the FDA that still have all of these side effects. Like I said, would you rather use the diatomaceous powder, or would you rather take a medication that say it may cause death? Just because it's saying it, that don't make it no better or no easier. And me myself, I wouldn't even take something that somebody told me can cause death, because that would make me think that's the intention. But everything have a side effect. Everything affects us, even the food that we eat right now today. And I'm repeating myself. Yes, I am. But even the food we eat is not good for us. It's not healthy. You know, it's crazy. A lot of us are gaining weight and killing ourselves to try to get the weight off, and the weight ain't going nowhere. Why? Because stuff is in the food. You know, we have to find out what we can do to our bodies to kill whatever it is that's in our foods, and to help our bodies start fighting again. And that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But it never ceases to amaze me that people, when they see something working, they will come and say something about it. And I'm assuming because you're a pest control person, or he's a pest control person, that's why you would say it. But it's 1,000 videos out here about diatomaceous earth, and you might even use diatomaceous earth yourself. So, I mean, to each his own, but as long as they make diatomaceous earth food grade, I will be using it, because it helped me get rid of a problem that that's going to be with me for the rest of my life. I will never forget how traumatized I was and how badly affected that I still am about them daggone bed bug bites. So, to each his own, but go ahead and use your Crossfire. Sure enough. And I'll continue to use diatomaceous earth. I'll continue to let people know how it works. And like I said, no hate on Crossfire, Sifter, all none of that stuff, because it all work. And another thing, alcohol. Alcohol is flammable. Who don't know that? But it's still used every single day in hospitals, nursing homes, private homes. It's still used every day, every single day, and everybody knows it's flammable. Cooking grease can cause a massive fire, but everybody still uses it to cook in it. So don't try to shun people away from something that works, scaring them to say that you can get this or you can get that. And if you're going to do that, then talk about all the other things too that could be hazardous to a person's health. Okay, guys, so that's what I came to say. See you on the next one.